The mention of storms like you're talking about today, it can bring up a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, it's not also for people, but it's also pets. Thunderstorms and severe weather, just a way of life in our part of the world. But this way of life is a big problem for, like I said, people and some pets. Tonight, we're learning how storm anxiety impacts people and your pets and what you can do to feel better when the thunder starts to rumble. What was going through your mind as this tornado was hitting your school?
We think we're going to make it. My friend Kennedy said, "Jesus, I love you, but I don't want to meet you today."
It was so funny. And I told her, I said, Kennedy, be quiet.
Avery and Jillian McCrory were never really scared of bad weather until March 21st, 2022. That's when an EF3 tornado slammed into their elementary school in Jacksboro, Texas.
And then, we hear the bang, which we now know was the gym wall. And then it really starts.
So as it really starts, what's going on?
Crying, screaming.
We were next to a door, and our doors have windows.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't know what was happening, so we looked at the window of that room, and the tornado was in that room. So we just looked through the window, and we could see a tornado in our classroom.
Ever since that Monday afternoon in March, they've been terrified.
Awful. We don't sleep. We have a thing that goes off. So we'll be in our rooms, and our rooms are on the other side of the house. And then when we hear that beeping noise, whether it's a bad weather advisory or a tornado, this alert warning, not an actual thing, we just sprint out of our rooms. And we have loft beds, so I jump off my loft bed and sprint into my parents' room.
The girl's father, Wes McCurry, says he always monitored the weather in North Texas, but says the tornado has really changed things around their home.
So before the tornado, totally, just would sleep through any thunderstorm, no big deal. And now, first clap of thunder, we're going to get a visitor.
What the girls are experiencing is called storm anxiety, or a fear of bad weather. Katie Lister, who is a nurse practitioner for a local psychiatrist, says this type of anxiety is like what a soldier experiences after coming home from the battlefield.
Similar things can happen with the weather, that they'd experienced something horrible before, and when the weather starts looking like or sounding like something that they'd experienced before, it can really just their brains go right back to that, and the anxiety response is just right there.
The girls aren't alone. Many people and pets suffer from this type of anxiety.
Some people have more of only the emotional symptoms, the mental type of racing thoughts, trouble focusing, feeling kind of foggy, and just thinking also that things are kind of racing out of their control. And then sometimes there's some physical symptoms of people feeling like they're flushed, blushing, heart racing, sweaty, nervous, restless, antsy, can't sit still.
Meet Sophie. She's an 8-year-old pup that is terrified of changes in the weather. Her owner, Julie Inglet, says she noticed it the first day they adopted her.
The very first day that we adopted her. We had no idea. The lady that we got her from completely forgot to tell us. Storms were coming in and she was acting crazy, and then the lady messaged me. She's like, "Hey, I forgot to tell you, she's terrified of storms." I said, "Oh, okay." Well, about that time, I opened the refrigerator to get her some cheese and Benadryl, trying to calm her down, and that's when she jumped in the refrigerator and was trying to hide, and it was very hysterical. And that's when I realized, oh, this poor baby, she is completely terrified.
Veterinarian Ross Thompson says he's seen this type of behavior in dogs quite a bit.
Typically panting, pacing, hiding, shaking. Most commonly they'll go hide under the bed or in the closet. Worst cases I've seen, destructive dogs trying to chew through doors, drywall, run away. They'll try and get out of the house.
This type of anxiety can impact the dog's health.
I do see a lot of stress, diarrheas afterwards, or upset stomachs. Dogs so stressed out they don't want to eat, so it can be detrimental to their health.
Thompson says there are medications that can help with anxiety, but recommends other methods first.
It's kind of trying to desensitize them, and that's, a lot of people, I'll tell them to take their dog for a walk on a sunny day and to play a thunderstorm song or YouTube video on their phone, and kind of let that noise be, but doing something the dog enjoys, and do it over time, and each time increase the volume on your phone. And sometimes that'll help some of the cases where it desensitizes them to the thunder noise that they're scared of, or the wind, or whatever it triggers the anxiety.
As for humans, therapy is an option, but education may be the best cure.
Because just kind of knowledge is power, and if you know more about it, you can reason through some of the mental part of it, and then help your body to calm down with the rest of it.
I'm right inside.
That's the route McCurry is taking with his girls.
I think the biggest thing we've helped is just education with them and saying, hey, this is, here's the science of why this is just going to be a rain event, or this is going to be, hey, we got all the ingredients. And we kind of talked to them, and you've probably seen the meme about a taco warning and a taco.
I have,
yeah.
yes.
So we're like, hey, we got the ingredients to make tacos, but we haven't made no tacos today, so.
All right, the First Alert Weather Team never hypes up weather unless it's something that is really serious. Our job is to prepare you and not scare you. We try to be the voice of reason while others are unnecessarily hyping it up, especially on social media for likes and follows on pages, sometime for monetary gain.
Thank you, Ken. A lot of great information there.